Hello, hello. Welcome back to Wheel of Games. Continue to play. Yesterday, the house cut us off a little bit early, but we made the most of it because we managed to explore the shelter. And we opened the safe. Potential new code to try out with some things. Interesting. It's still giving us that red on we got from the safe, even though we can't look at it. It's there. Okay, well, let's go sacrifice 6 stamina right at the start for a real interesting room. And they have items. But this is interesting. Add classrooms to the draft pool. Whole bunch of brand new rooms. Oh, still missing the oh. Places to dig. That's not all. Herbie Herbert was the Baron. This is a real closing address. 38 years, it's been my pleasure serving as your schoolmaster. Eager though it may look. Plugged in to see the small piece of Reddington history go. Lady Epson today. Fundraising sheet. Reddington Elementary would still be a distant figure. Dreamer is the incomparable Mrs. Peterson. Our future principal and my reluctant successor forced me to give this speech. The architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another. And for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plan to serve as our interim facility until the new. Sure, he will regret it. Here's the children running through his. And lastly, wish to thank seen in years, whose faces I still remember, whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I had her joke to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Interesting. Take some notes from this, and I see a thing to. Code. Ta-da. How are we going to get to the other two? Okay, back to the house. If I ever get a shovel, I can come back out here for one big site. I go down there, even. So, back in the house. Oh, yeah, that one. It's play closet and yep. I think I want the store. It's just I wonder if there's a pet in the picture it's there. I did notice whenever it was there, it had a special. Okay. Bird. I mean, a den gives us a way to the. I don't really need the one to the left. With the library. Maybe we get something uncommon. Store. Or we actually go in there. Side. Refer. Well, I mean, I want gems again today. There it is. Okay, what do we have first? The black box is black. Hey, true statement there. Black box is true. Maybe. The black box is empty. So, since this one is necessarily true, one of these true is false. 2 is false. So, if this one was true, then all 3 of them would be true. That's just not possible. Because this one is necessarily true, then if this was true, the other one must also be true. This one is necessarily false, because that one is true. It sort of reduces this down to a 2-box puzzle, since this one's necessarily true. So one of these must be false. If this is true, they are... then all 3 of them would be true, and so this one is necessarily false. And if that one is false, that means that the black box is also false, and so the black box is not empty. Opening the black box. I do love the lobbies. Wish there were more of these around. Okay, now we want to go north from here. Yeah, good. Go north in the West Wing. Ooh, that's a good den spot. Give us that bonus. Food for sale. Sale. Rather increase my gem count right. These clocks. Just past night. Let's open up the east door. We don't go. I mean, just having 2 items. Bedroom not great. The nook, I mean, we get another key. That's not bad. That said, still going to open the north door first, see if we're forced into a dead end. Yeah, drawing room? That's a great spot for a drawing room. Okay, I'll put the drawing room down. We'll explore the nook. Get that key. Ooh, box. Well, the boxes I found are a lot better than I got our key back. Feels like the boxes have just gotten better. Okay, so north from... Good. Well, I'm gonna block off that drawing room. Art, not great. We don't really have enough coins for that to be good. Bedroom? I mean, maybe we can make our way back around to the library with this. I don't like that things are so disconnected. But it's the bedroom's a free. So if we get the garage, we can get a whole bunch of stuff from... Next we go. Classroom, new stuff. Oh, you may draw a new floor. So basically redraft for each one in the house. I mean, this is our special for the day. I've got to go for it. Even if it doesn't connect up and stuff. Color worksheet. Reddy's favorite color is red. 9 out of 12. Lizards can't be purple. And that would be interesting if, say, like the three flags actually had meaning here. Seems dumb to have to screenshot something like this, but I'm gonna. This is in. Oh, 10 out of 12. I'm going to have to do a disjoint comparison to see what the right colors are. Like, is this yellow or orange? It's a little bit difficult to tell on. It'd be nice if somebody had 10 out of 12 on. Yeah, this is an interesting puzzle. Why would we need to know what the correct colors are? Unless the flags are going to be a combination. Oh, grade 1. No missing. 8 is sideways. Dun, dun. That will be critically important. Apple. It's an empty. Can't fill it out myself. Two more are the only. Stencils behind. Now we've got Caleb. You must really like red. Definitely a favorite color, red. So two of these things are actually red, and they're definitely hinting the flags to us because fire hydrant. Those two most likely actually are red, meaning none of the three flags are red. This does seem important. One more at the back of the here. 10 out of 12. Each color is only used twice. We kind of assumed that, but well, we know the lizard isn't red, and the water's definitely blue there, so either flag or that is the other wrong thing. It's the lizard. That's interesting. Since, yeah, each one only being used twice, and one of them is very obvious as to how. I'm pretty sure this is a telescope that's supposed to be gold. Also, yeah, there's only one yellow here. So if this thing is actually supposed to be yellow, then he's got all three of the flags correct. Benny. Okay, so now that we've got all four of these explored here, if we think we know what the colors are. So RG was the last one we looked at here. Oh no, it's not the last. There are two things wrong. And the lizard. Interesting. So the only things that could be wrong here are basically the flags, because maybe this telescope. Danny is the one who we're pretty sure the lizard and one of the three blue things is wrong, which means those two flags, orange and the purple, must be. So if he has everything else correct, and this is actually supposed to be blue, then those two flags are just swapped. From this, we know that none of the flags are red, because those things we're pretty sure of. Red, and it's handwritten. Then Freddy here got 9 out of 12. So we know the lizard bit was wrong there, but everything else looks basically correct. So he has two things wrong. And we know that one of the three flags must be purple, because each thing is only used twice. We know none of them are red. This one is close. So we know the green that's missing is here. So there's a missing yellow. Do any of the other things I guess whatever this thing is actually supposed to be blue. Oh, you know what? Those are the blueprints. Okay, the blueprints being blue. I thought this was a telescope at first, especially since the first thing we saw had this colored gold, purely by chance. So now we know that's one of the things that's wrong as well. Because blueprints, yeah, because those look like little rooms on the side there. Okay, so this person has supposed to be blue, which means none of the flags are blue. The fact that the lizard's supposed to be green means that this flag is not. This is a much more difficult logic puzzle than has shown up on those boxes yet. Okay, we know this flag is not blue. I mean, there's the 6 colors. I think I'm going to have to do a little logic puzzle chart here. Okay, but that does mean that the only thing that this person got wrong were the flag colors. Because everything, there's 2 of everything, and all of the common objects look correct. So 2 of the flags, we don't know which ones swapped here. Versus this one, this is wrong, and one other thing is wrong. So maybe those 2 are correct. If we go back, those 2 are swapped. Okay, I'm going to have to do some writing down on a piece of paper to figure this one out. Can't keep enough of it in my head at once. So, I'll come back with my conclusion. Okay, I have figured out the solution. So, going basically 1, 2, and 3. From this one, we know that one of these flags is correct and 2 of them are wrong because all of the non-flag things are correct in this one. So that means either mountain 1 is yellow, the hourglass is orange, or the down arrow is purple. But only one of the 3. The other 2 must be incorrect, and the other 2 must be swapped from each other. So we know these are the 3 colors, but only one of them is in the correct spot, the other 2 are swapped. This gives us a lot of information to work off of. And of course, it was the last one we saw. So, that's correct. Now we look at Benny here. And Benny also got 10 out of 12 here. And we know that the lizard is incorrect, which means basically if we swapped that over to green, it would be 11 out of 12. Everything besides the lizard is also correct. And that means 2 of the 3 flags are correct in this one. And only one of them is wrong. And because we know that from the last one, that these are the 3 correct colors, because we each know each color is used twice, so we know that blue is not used. So we actually know that this one is not correct, which means this is purple, this is orange. If we compare that one back over to this one, those are the 2 that are swapped, and this is the one that is yellow. So if this ever comes up, we know what the proper sequence is. Mountain yellow, hourglass purple, down arrow orange. So I've written that down, and we can work off of that if it ever comes up again. Who knows, maybe it never will. Okay. Great if it never. Let's see. Yeah, difference. Unless the difference is supposed to. Haha. Okay. Here we've got 2 north leading entryways, and we got the library down below still. I don't want to backtrack. It would cost us a bunch of movement. Would explore more down low, but at this point, I'm not sure it's worth the backtrack. Observatory, or well, we've got the gem for it. Maybe this could connect. Could go extra far north. two of the lockpick. So maybe we could take that risk. Or we can simply leave this one open, head on over to the drawing room and try going north from that side. Oh, we know there's some new stuff from the observatory. Let's take that. Because we've always got some stuff out. I know that one of them is actually still bad. Then key, when we get up to 12, 12 is a bad one. This is up next. Ooh, the rumpus room. We haven't gotten that in a bit. Can still go north-south from there, but since everything else is equal, we might as well collect the 8 coins. Right, no, we don't have the coin. Oh, I thought that was something else. Running shoes. Curve stem. Well, I can spend a coin on... and see if Zoltar here has something different to say. It only costs us 1 coin to try it. Steals the focus.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great
Sorry.
Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
Are by the...
I see the darkened cloud
It's different.
ruin, familiar to us both. Now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes
Found one.
resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
That something so valuable would be hidden in the rumpus. So I have noticed before that a lot of those things have been off by 1 letter, like crow and crown. So yeah, that's something I may have to go back in the edit and jot down exactly what he was saying, because didn't have time to screenshot that one. Give me a good north-south one. East wing, east wing. Well, I wouldn't exactly say the chapel is good. So I think that would be a good spot to start backtracking from. Maybe I go all the way down to the library and try to fill in everything south of that, or at least check out that north room out of drawing. want to keep things open. Spend our money before coming. Still, running shoes. Let's see how often it helps me not have to spend. The first two, it has not helped me yet. The bedrooms. But once I reached 5, it stopped charging me. Let's go all the way down to the library. Let's maybe it's every 5th one. It doesn't charge. Two. Now, we haven't actually been in here today, so we can test a new book. So the drafting strategy gave us a lot of really useful stuff. I feel like I don't need the user manual because I think I figured that out. Marion Marigold may give us some interesting. Reddington might also. I have no idea about the history of Aurelia. None of these match any clues that I already know. Unless this has truly secret information, I'm feeling like I can go for any of the other ones. So at least Marion Marigold, we know that name. And this could be really interesting. Of the other ones, essentially random, and I feel like I know it unless there's a secret that's well hidden. So I'm going to go with Swimbird, and I may just go down. Also, this is how we learn our. Oh. Stairs. Goes my. Words. Steps. Red letter. They came up here to see if anything might be on any of these. That book. Yeah. Favorite. Can't seem to pass up the pump room. I mean, it only ever appears after the pool, so when it appears, it's like take. Observatory. Options. You can see your old. Don't know. Stamp. Maybe one day, if it's real early. Classroom. Oh, how many classrooms have you gotten to? Imagine each one will be a murder puzzle. Like that, then when you get to the end, it must be something really great. Solve them all in sequence. So that's bride. Would there be bird? No, bridge. So the letter in this room is, but I don't know what the relevance of that is. Yeah, that's neat. Right. Yeah. Yeah, if we go back to the at sheet music number 8. Let's see. Got it up on the other screen. Oh yeah, a message read is often lost. Because a lot of the things that we've seen, like Bride Bridge, that's a G. Let's see, Crown and Crow, that would be N. Oh, that doesn't like. Still, that's the kind of stuff I've got on. Okay, well, let's continue through the library. Give us something rare. Rotunda's rare. Boiler room power source. Thing is, the vents aren't going to reach anything that really needs. Well, that really needs it. Great Hall is going to suck up all my keys. Oh, that's not a great room for over here. That's not a great room for over here. I can't take that one. So I guess it's going to have to be the Great Hall, and it's going to bubble up all my keys. And taking all my keys this early stinks. Maybe I can take the boiler room, but like the other ones that need the power from those vents, there's no way I can connect them from here. That's gonna suck because I've closed off this. So, Great Hall it is. Everything's locked. I can't get anything unless I open these doors, and without a metal detector, it's not going to hint to me which one is actually. At least this one, I know is going to lead me to another room. Well, you know what? Guest bedroom stuff's going to be locked out for me, but at least I can get some stamina back from this little dead end. Ooh, and what's in here? Dartboard. Okay. So if I want to connect to these rooms, I know it's not necessarily the middle one. It could be any. Okay, well, at least I get this. Pantry connects, give me some coins. The other two just dead end. So I probably. Ah, apples are better today. Much better. 2 up to 5. So we've got lock and clock. The letter for this room is C. And I have no idea how that helps me. Go back and read. Okay, I can put anything in this one. But a locksmith. East Wing Hall, at least I wouldn't have to go way, way, way far back. I can get gems. I think nothing's in the coat check right now. And this would be a real pain to get back to at the end of the day. Guess it'll be the billiard room. Really want to pay the chap, though. Hidden in here? No. A dart room will give us keys, which we can. Oh. Close the key. It's plus, minus, multiply, divide from in to out. So that's plus 13. No. Now this is plus 3 times 3 or divided by 3? Times 3. Okay. So 3 times 3. So we've got 2 times 2, 4, divided by 4. Got everything. Okay, plus 6 minus 1, 5 times 3, 15, divided by 5, 3. Ooh, well, not multiple keys, but a special key. A room with many doors. Well, the Great Hall is already out. I'm not sure I want to bother going back to the. So it would be worth what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to the drawing room this way versus 6. But I can just go north from the chapel and only backtrack when I. And I've got the health to do it that way. But we've got 15 coins. Let's go ahead and spend. Basement. Where is the rumpus room? Always call him Zold. Now, actually, looking at the stained glass windows here, they've got numbers on them. So one looks like the gardener. 5 here looks like the maid. F is 2. A different gardening instrument. That's a riding crop. So horse riding sticks. I think the holly emblem way up there. Seeing any note. And I think that might just be a dove right there. It's on the outside, so if I could get holes in there. If I could get onto the east side of the house, then maybe I could see what that window looks like from the side. We got a chimney sweep number 4. The actual people in the image don't speak to me very much. Oh, and number 7? The ruler? I guess that would be the head of staff. So, now that I've noticed that, I need to take some pictures, because that's interesting. Also, they might change day to day as well. Okay. Screenshots of all 7 of the stained glass that I can properly see. I think that's just Holly is in Mount Holly. That also has. Now, this might correspond to who wrote the 7 letters, perhaps? Because they told us 7 is now an important number. We will only find and read 7 envelopes, and now 7 stained glass windows with numbers. Here we go. I mean, items for sale, I can actually buy stuff for. I can continue exploring after. Hey, no coupon book. Have a little glass. Hey, what do you do? Inspect documents more closely? Oh, I'm going to have to reread everything once I have them. Oh no. But I'll take that gem, so now I just have one of them. I have to reread everything, even reading like red letter hard. So, now that I've got you. Oh. Well, that's how I guess you were supposed to see that. Is that there's definitely a yellow. Was that if that was the only thing that was supposed to help you with? So it doesn't reveal completely hidden things, but this absolutely would straight up give you the password to the. Well, I guess the perfect place to buy that. Hey, big spots miraculously appear? Nope. Right now, our only other exit is from that drawing room. We want paths. Oh, classroom would dead end us. So yeah, the dining room. We'll hold on to the meal for now. Actually, yeah, it's not even gonna. I don't recall there being blue, but they could have been. I just didn't spot it. The fact that there's true 5 people. Okay, well, we're gonna try to go west. Thread through. Special key will give us something with many doors. You know what, that seems like a good spot for me. The only one that would be better would be if I went straight up. But I'll hold on to it for one more. Use it on my... Well, I mean, laboratory, that gives me a reason to want to draft the boiler room. But me being out of gems is being a bit more dangerous. That's typically work at the... We've read this. But perhaps from here I will be able to... Currently you don't have power. You have to have power supplied to you from the boiler room. We did already solve the periodic table mystery because it says push 3 up after 9. So push 9, then 3. That's our combination, but it'll do nothing until you have power. Let's see. It'll only be accessed via the office terminal. So these red things might give us things that are only slightly off. So maybe that the office code is 9083 or whatever it said. Maybe those are the right numbers, but the wrong. Complete thaw. Cooler is unaffected. So the room temp must be at least that much. I guess I could maybe have. Hidden message. Nothing else. So without this, the rest of that. And it has to come in from that doorway because it's coming from the dining. Okay, let's check the terminal here. Maybe this one can connect to the external labs. So the experiment setup. Each time you find trash, like we found pebbles. Wow. Gain 3. Gain a star. Just jump up through the stars. Oh wow. Immediately set your dice to 2. Just be excellent. I don't think I have that many red rooms yet. So I guess that... Wow. You're going to go for this immediately set dice to 2. How about that? This is the first time we've logged in for the terminal. Can you data transfer? Nope. Okay, and that means the rest of this is... I could order an item for the special order. So that magnifying glass turns out cheap. Good. Doubles, great. I have no idea if it's actually useful for anything. I think I'm not gonna go with the randomness it gives you. Oh, get down to there now. Very difficult. Let me do it if I have. But I can't do either of those, and the archives I know the archives has vents in it, which is a good reason to take it. I heard he does. No, courtyard doesn't. That said, unless I redraw, I can only take this one. I think I'm okay with archives this one, because I know it's got the vents. Gives me a better chance of getting a boiler room. I do need to pick up a gem before I can possibly actually get the boiler. Lane? Is there perhaps a plan? Oh, plane and planet. The letter for this room is T. What does that mean? I have no idea. Open the west first. Many rooms? It is. Room with many doors. Entrance room. Courtyard gives me the north-south, and I can start going south that drawing. I think I picked up a shovel? I think I bought a shovel. There should be some dirt. One coin. Truly worth it. Okay, I don't have the sledge. Successful trip. I wonder if finding nothing would have counted as a bad day. Okay, well, I need a key to open that trunk. Should have opened all the rooms off the ark. Boy, I don't want either of those rooms right now. Lavatory extra sucks. Really don't want to go north and hit keycard rooms. Bar? That's a good spot for a dark room. Don't have a breaker box. I have to go into that room before it'll switch itself off. This is useless and I can't take that one. Oh look, keycard alright. The other doors without going. Out this way. Boy, that'd be nice if I could take it. Well, the dark room at least kept the vents going from that side. At least I'm going to get gem and another redraw. Okay, so with that, options are a bit limited. If I wanted to get back to the drawing room and try to explore around here, 11, 2 from the bedroom, it would be 9 to get over there. Now I have, technically at least, I have enough space to get there. If I go into the darkroom, I would be drawing blind the two of those spots. So a redraw would not help me at all, fortunately. The keycard, I can't even open that one anyway without finding breaker box and security room, or finally finding a key. Oh, you know what? If I've got the magnifying glass, if I could actually inspect that picture, maybe I could get the info. But I think I'm going to run into here, then go all the way down to the... Got the stamina right now. Oh. Can't see while drafting until I turn. Okay, time for a walk. Because I really, really want to have a boiler room connecting off of that dark room. Here. Can't afford the one gem, right? Feels good. Go straight across. fast. Stage? Oh, perhaps that means sage. Case your letter. Spent a lot of time in this classroom and we haven't been able to really use other ones. Okay, follow this around. Or better not be locked. The garage. I mean, we'd get keys, which are something we need. Classroom. Classroom is new and exciting. This is something we definitely need to get Great Hall potentially, but we need that for the courtyard. But we also need to find a breaker box for the dark room. If we get the keys, we could come out of the courtyard down there and maybe search stuff over here as well. I think the 3 keys is the better solution for exploration, but I really want those classrooms. Yeah, the garage always seems to hit right at this spot. I don't think going outside over here would help. No, we can't get to the east side. Do I have the car key? I do have the car keys. Okay, garage it is. Oh, so you have to have the breakers to switch that on, see? Pretty sure we're just gonna find the same letter in the car. Denny. Kind of finger. Only helps if there's something that's too small to read. Obscured. That explodes. A battery pack for battery-powered contraptions. I've ever seen one of them. With a secret. That's neat. Not just force a locked door to take me to the secret. Christoph. So Christoph is the driver. Car and the letter. This garage has been. Does the garage power up extra if... Actually, there is something that would be... Or maybe that's just an alternate way to open the door. Well, doesn't help me right. Battery pack didn't. That's weird. Okay. Now we get to go all the way back to the courtyard. Look. Bit of our... Hello, class. So, rod and road. Better. Hey. Fire was fur. This one I... Okay, courtyard south. So, it's typically worth it to unlock these chests. Nice. I got a lot of dice now. So what happens if I use the special... I may lock myself out here and like to explore more rooms. It's not like I'm going to get a secret garden off. Well, you know what? It's secret. Let's go. The key doesn't. Maybe it can only be used outside? Yeah, outer. In laundry room. I've never seen laundered curtains. You know what? I've got redraws. I can take nothing. Or. Oh. Those both have gems. I'd have to go for something in. It's the boudoir that dead ends. See if there's an I can like magnifying glass. This one. Fortunately, the save code is actually a mirror that shows the reflection of the room, which should actually show the person taking this secret. Okay, that a pretty good. I can inspect this. Okay, so I just take some of those combinations of numbers we found in the red letter. Pretty unlikely. I take every possible new. Okay, I still don't know what the late. Oh, there were 2 coins. Totally worth. So, okay, feel pretty dumb. So we've got Serper. Baron? I don't get this. That didn't help me. Or and it's now I've got the spare room and the dark room. Guess we're gonna go for the spare room here. Because the dark room I'd really like to have the breaker on so that I can see where I'm going. Oh boy. Need paths right. I assume the special garden's at dead end. And I can in the gym might be the one that has the vents. I'm not sure if it's the use those two a lot. Those sucks. This makes okay, this is not a bad spot. Well, I can't take the security though. And the wine cellar breaks off so many rooms for me. Just take random. I'm wishing I just took the secret. This is new. It has connection. Does not reset each day? Interesting. goes down. This is interesting. This room will continue to be. Suddenly fall down there. Out this. Won't let me. Bring that down deep. They look like a vent. Perhaps this is a way back up. Still having a permanent room in here. How about that does not reset? Like if it's the room or if that is always in the same spot. I can't go north. Sure, secret garden key. Well, it can. I don't know what. Well, we have to go through the dark room. I'm gonna go east first. This doesn't pan out. Then I'm out of. No more draws that I can do. The foundation being locked. This is the first special key that doesn't connect it. Is there anything else that I can do in here for today? The dining room can give me extra stamina, but it's not going to matter because I can't go anywhere else or do. I have no reason to believe that any of the stuff that's outside is going to be changed. Because I was not able to turn the power back on, I cannot use that magnifying glass I finally found to inspect the photo to see if it's blown up. I can't feel around for a key on one of them. In that case, the dark room being a complete dead end when it was basically my last resort hurts. Same thing with the foundation. I've got, or should be open. I've got no keys left to try to. Oh, yeah. Well. So this day ends in a little bit of heartbreak here. We had a good first part, and I really enjoyed the classroom, schoolhouse stuff. But yeah, 8 classrooms. I only ever saw a second one. Oh boy. But I think that's going for today. I don't see anything else I can do. I could try the boudoir safe with a bunch of stuff, but I don't really have a good clue as to the code. Expected that. And that picture has to mean something. I don't even see the safe on the overhead view. Maybe there's something real interesting to those chapel pictures. Based on the stained glass being in the preview, I think the order of them is not going to be randomized. To get more stamina, can't do anything. Unless I can buy a key from the commissary. You know what, that's not far. Let's try it. I don't recall there actually being keys there, but I had no money at that point. Trophy room. Eek. Still have it. Okay, do you have it's for sale? Only have gems. Boo. Nope, that was my only hope. Nowhere else were there. I had so many keys too, I had to use all of them. Okay, well, I tried. I must call it a day. Yep. Okay, well, for all that, I mean, we did see some interesting stuff today. Respectable villa. Yeah, nowhere close to our top of 40 there. 3 new rooms, mostly school stuff. Okay, so that do it for today. So, I will see you next time as we continue trying to explore the mansion on Wheel of Game. Bye bye.